Okay, let's talk about John D. Rockefeller. You know the name, right? America's first billionaire, a figure synonymous with just unimaginable wealth and power. But what if you could get your hands on his private playbook, the exact advice he passed down to his own son for navigating life and business? Well, that's what we're doing today. We're unlocking a blueprint for success straight from the Titan himself.
And this is where it all starts. This single quote from Rockefeller's very first letter to his son, it sets the stage for everything we're about to cover. Think about it. He's saying, your past doesn't define you. Your circumstances don't matter. What you do, your actions, that's the only thing that shapes your destiny.
So that really is the big question, isn't it? What secrets, what core principles did this legendary figure pass down to his own kid? And this isn't just about making money. It's about building a mindset for creating a legacy. We're about to get a peek behind the curtain, looking into the private letters between a father and his son. I mean, this is advice that was never meant to go public, but it is packed with timeless lessons on ambition, on character, and of course, on strategy. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to distill all that wisdom from his first two letters down into two massive foundational lessons. Think of this as the essential starting point for understanding the entire Rockefeller philosophy. All right, lesson number one, and this one is huge. It's the idea that your future isn't some fixed thing you're heading towards. Nope. It's something you actively build day by day with every single choice you make. It all starts with your mindset. Yeah, this image really captures it, doesn't it? Rockefeller was convinced that where you start, whether you're born into poverty or privilege, is just the starting line. The real journey, the path to the top, that's forged by something else entirely: relentless hard work and just pure determination. And get this, Rockefeller gives this powerful warning about the trap of privilege. He actually saw inherited wealth as a potential poison, something that leads to complacency and entitlement. On the flip side, he believed that adversity, the struggle, that's what forges the resilience and the character you absolutely need for true lasting success. So, the main takeaway from his first letter is this: build your foundation on character, not on cash. You've got to embrace self-reliance, value your integrity way more than any inheritance, see life as a battle that you have to prepare for, and completely own the fact that every choice you make is a brick in the building of your future. Okay, so if lesson one was all about your internal mindset, lesson two is about your external strategy. If the first lesson is about how you think, this next one, from his second letter, is all about how you act. It's about creating your own luck. You know, we all ask this. We look at someone successful and wonder, did they just get lucky? Were they just in the right place at the right time? Well, Rockefeller's answer to that would be a hard no. He didn't see luck as some random force. He saw it as something you could systematically engineer. And this is the key idea right here. Luck isn't something you wait around for. It's the predictable outcome of deliberate planning and relentless preparation. It's like when opportunity finally comes knocking, you've already built the door. So how do you actually do it? How do you engineer luck? He basically breaks it down into 4 steps. First, get crystal clear on what your goals are. Second, do your homework, research everything. Third, you've got to know your unique strengths and exactly how to use them. And finally, you execute with a deliberate, strategic approach. See? Luck isn't magic. It's just the outcome of a good process. You know, he even used this kind of strategic thinking on his rivals. In the early days of the oil industry, it was total chaos. Everyone was fighting. But his meticulous planning allowed him to turn his fiercest competitors into partners by creating joint stock companies. That wasn't just a lucky break, it was a brilliantly executed plan. He saw that cooperation could be way more profitable than conflict. Okay, let's bring these two powerful lessons together now, because this isn't just some interesting history lesson. This is a practical blueprint that you can start applying to your own ambitions, like today. And we're back to this image for a reason, because it just perfectly captures the entire philosophy. You are the architect. The path ahead, that's yours to build. You already have the tools. Rockefeller is just handing over the plans. So it all boils down to this really simple but incredibly powerful formula. You take the resilient, action-oriented mindset from that first letter, you combine it with the deliberate, strategic planning from the second letter, and that is what creates a lasting legacy. One is the engine, the other is the steering wheel. You need both. And that leaves us with one final question, and it's really the only one that matters. Looking at this blueprint, thinking about your own goals, what is the very first action you're going to take? Because as Rockefeller made perfectly clear right from the start, your destiny depends on it.